Hello everyone, Rabbi Abe here. Okay, we have a tremendous opportunity before us. We've just gone into lunar Virgo. Now, if you saw the previous video, and if you haven't, please take a look. We talked about the energy of Virgo very specifically for the ability to go back to the future. Yes, we can do time travel in Virgo. What does that actually mean? We can go back to the past to correct the past so that the future is going to be better for us, the future year. As we mentioned previously, Virgo ends the 6 male months from Aries to Virgo. And what that means is whatever we've created in this framework, whatever we've created in life this past year, but not only this past year, every year since the beginning, okay? Even every incarnation, we can go back and fix things. And why do we want to fix the past? Because everything is a result of a cause and an effect. So if we were somehow able to go into the past and repair, then, what would be the word? Retroactively, the future must be better. How do we do that? There are 3 areas in life that I'm going to discuss in this video, 3 areas in life that we can repair, and not only repair, but change it, move forward. How do we move forward? We have to realize, first off in life, that there are so many things that capture us. They capture our energy. When we have an issue with someone, we have enabled them to capture some part of our energy, whether it's a lot or a little. Now that is energy that belongs to us that we are not able to use. We're not able to, it's almost like, you want to go somewhere now and someone's holding your coat, and you can't go forward. So the more people we have in our life that are kind of, I want to say that they are doing it, but they're doing it, but we've enabled them, we've allowed them somehow to do that, and we'll get into how we've done that. It's holding us back from moving forward to our next stage, okay? What else? I said 3 things. That's people. Places. Places are holding us back, meaning, where am I? I'm stuck in the past. I can be stuck as a child. I can be stuck with traumas or abuse that I faced as a child. I could be stuck over there. I can be stuck with issues that I have going on at work. And you come home, sometimes you bring your work home, you bring all of that, let's call it negativity, home with you, and that is holding us back. And the third thing is things, material objects in our life that are holding us back. Let's go into each area. So, as we said, the first area is people. How are people holding us back? Could be friends, past relationships, past relationships, present relationships that are holding on to our energy. Why are they holding on to our energy? Because we, that is you and I, we have unresolved issues. We have issues that we have not yet made the decision that I'm going to close this chapter, I'm going to open this chapter, meaning that there's something that I need to do that is still hanging with this individual. In the month of Virgo, we have perfect communication. We've established that. We've talked about that in the past video because Virgo has Mercury, and Mercury, we said, Kochav in Hebrew, the 22, Kaf Bet, the 22 Hebrew letters, and the Kaf Vav, the 26, which represents the Tetragrammaton, is a perfect communication system that enables us to communicate directly with the universe. Now that means many things. It doesn't only mean, well, I can talk to God. Yeah, but what does that mean? Everything is a piece of the creator force, especially our energy. So, what we need to do is two things with relation to people in this month, as best as we can. We need to first talk to the metaphysical part of that person and tell them, if you want to do a meditation about it, that's great. Any way you would like to do it, talk to the soul, talk to the energy of that person, and make amends on a spiritual level, on a consciousness level. True, we should do it on a physical level if we have the ability to do that. If we don't, make amends with that person and say, and ask them, please release my energy. Please release my energy and I will release you. We need to release each other from the hold that we have on each other. Because when there's an anger, when there's a jealousy, when there's an insecurity, when there was maybe an abuse, we can't help but hold on to it. It's stuck. We're stuck with it. Okay? And unless we open that up and resolve it, meaning open up the channels that it will enable it to flow, we are indeed stuck. And so, again, metaphysically, consciousness level, go into them, go to their soul and say, please, I want to release you. I will release you, and you will release me from the bondage that you have upon me that's holding my energy back. Okay? Now, again, I said additionally, if we can do this physically, it's 10 times better. That means if you have the ability to talk to that person and make amends with that person, that's the ideal. And then you will truly be released from that individual. Now, I know this might sound like a lot of work. It is, but I guarantee you, it's absolutely worth it. Okay? So, as many people, hopefully it's not that many people that we need to do this with. This is what we need to do, okay, in the month of Virgo. Now, additionally, places that are holding us back. You know, I remember a woman that I knew. Unfortunately, she passed from cancer, and she was so resentful. She was so resentful. She was, she was a native South African, and she was living in Canada at the time. And without going into all the details, but she was full of regret, full of remorse that life was always so much better then. And she was so sorry that she moved to Canada, and so on. Now, we probably, most of us, have something like that going on. That, you know, I'm so sorry that I made a mess of that past relationship. You know, the job that I used to have was so good, but I didn't appreciate it. And now I have regrets of the past because it was so much better then. Now I'm having such a difficult time because, you know, perhaps I didn't appreciate it then. Perhaps I didn't understand what I had. You know the expression, you never know what you have until you lose it. And now I have lost it. I left it. I thought I would, you know, be onto something better. And it's not better. It's not better. And I'm longing for the past. That is a big no. Do you hear me? A big no. Why? Because those types of situations have a way of holding us as a slave. We're not able to use our energy. We're not able to use our consciousness. We're not able to use the true energy. We can't be happy. We can't be happy. That piece of us is being held as a slave. What is the solution? What is the solution? The first step in releasing ourselves from the past, whatever it is, the past whatever, is realizing that everywhere we are, wherever we are right now is exactly where we need to be. I'm not saying that's easy, but that requires us to understand, listen, there's a creator in this universe. We all have destinies, and wherever we find ourselves is right now the best place to do our spiritual work. It's part of what we came to do. In fact, we are the ones who made the decision. It is an opportunity for us to overcome a bondage, overcome a slavery, to realize that where I am now is truly, truly the best place for me. That the Creator, God, the Force, wants only the best for me. But it is me, and sometimes that's part of our karmic process, who is stuck. And we agree to be stuck. Well, why would anyone agree to be stuck? I mean, it would be kind of terrible to say, well, this is what we want. Well, I don't want to be so blunt, but look at it this way. Imagine if that past was very comfortable for you. And that past, you knew how to do that past. In other words, you knew how to do life in that previous situation. Now, not so much. Now, I have new responsibilities. Now, I have new opportunities. And, it feels like a lot of work. It feels like a mountain that I just don't know how to climb. Yeah, so what are you really saying? Well, I want the comfort of not facing. I want the comfort. I want the protection from future events. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Meaning, where I am where I am, but I'm regretting the past. It's like we put ourselves into a box of a no-win situation. No good. And it's trapping us. It's holding us hostage. It's trapping our energy. In order to move forward, I need to agree. I need to agree with me, my soul, and the Creator that says, you know what? I agree, and this can be a mantra if you want, I agree to move on. I agree that where I am today is the absolute best place for me because this was designed for me. Everything that happens to me in my life is designed for me, not to me. It's not a blow. It's not a, getting hit on the head. No, it's an opportunity to create more, but only when we see it in that respect. Because how we decide, and this is our decision, how we decide to perceive any of our life situations, that is how it will be. If we decide that this is the best thing for us, according to the Kabbalah, we create the spiritual vessel for that. And then we will begin, if we agree to the work, we will begin to receive the best out of the situation and come out of the bondage and come out of the past. But we need to agree, and that needs to be our inner voice. This is the best thing for me. This is exactly where I need to be at this exact moment in time. Tomorrow, things can be completely different, but I can't move forward. It's almost like I can't move forward to the next space on the game board if I don't agree to be here. It's like I'm here, but I'm not really here. I'm present, but I'm not. I'm physically here, but mentally I'm someplace else. How can we get anything done if that's what we're agreeing to? No. I agreed to be here and now, and I'm present, and this is the best for me. Okay? Got it? That's number 2. Number 3, it's the easier one, but maybe not so much, because it depends. If you're, it depends maybe on your astrological sign, if you're a Cancerian, if you're a Taurus. We like stuff. We have stuff in our life that Actually, and I know it sounds crazy, some of us will even purchase storage space to store stuff that we're not using. We probably will never use and never intend to use it, but we don't want to let go of it. And make no mistake about it. When we purchase something or we're holding on to something, this is a piece of our energy that, again, is being held hostage. You know, spiritual cleansing is many things. And one of the great spiritual cleansings is throwing stuff away. And the more difficult it is for you, the more you probably need to throw stuff away. If you're not using it, let it be used by someone else. Give it to someone, give it to a friend, give it to a stranger. You know, there's a concept in the Kabbalah of sparks of light that must be elevated. Now, our soul is a spark of the Creator's force, the creative light, that also needs to be elevated. There is a concept of the material world around us that also needs to be elevated. How do we elevate it? Well, if I have something, let's say it's an article of clothing, okay? I purchased it with my money. My money is part of my energy. I worked for it. I earned it. It's an exchange of my desire. I exchanged some of my money for this pair of pants, let's say. And I wore it a few times. But you know what? I find I'm not wearing it anymore. It's not being used. It's hanging in the closet. Okay, so that is a piece of my energy, and it's a spark of light that is not being elevated. What does it mean to elevate? Elevate means I am revealing this thing for its highest good. That's what it means to reveal the Creator in this world. It means through everything, understanding how to do it through whatever we do. I mean, that's why, you know, what we're doing, starting end of September, pay attention. It's, I think it's on the website already, Sex, Food, Love, and Money. If we don't know how to elevate, let's say as an example, food, the food will hold us back. Yeah, and it does. Food is responsible for, you name it. Most of the diseases, food related. So it means if I don't know how to elevate that thing to reveal the highest level of energy through that, and that means by using it in its best possible way, according to what it was intended for. It was intended to be enjoyed, used, but it's hanging in my closet. So that's a piece of my energy that is not being revealed as spiritual light. If it's not, if I'm not using it, then by sharing it, giving it to someone else who will use it, that light is revealed, and you know, I get double. I get paid double. Why? Because I shared. You know, there is benefit in sharing. And number two, what I shared is being revealed in the world in a positive way. Unless, of course, they're going to, you know, take that, you know, pants and start hitting people with it. Oh, I'm kidding. But that would mean it's not being revealed in the best way possible or what it was intended for. So, or we throw it out because then it can be recycled, meaning it's at the end of its process. You know, it's not only human beings that are reincarnated. It's also animals and it's also stuff. There is a correction process also for the stuff in our life. And if we're not using it and nobody else can use it, it won't be useful to somebody else, it should be thrown away. Yeah, let it go. And the more difficult it is, you know what, it's okay. Let it go. Let it go. You will see what will happen. What will happen, and this is going to sound crazy, by throwing it out, you have assisted it You have assisted that material object, whatever it is, if it's old electronics, if it's old clothing, if it's old whatever, you have assisted it to complete its spiritual process. Now, when it has completed its spiritual process, it is elevated. It's like a human being. You know, when a human being, according to the Kabbalah, when a human being has completed his or her spiritual process and they pass from this world, true, the body is removed, but the light of the soul is revealed now. Okay? I won't go into all the ramifications of that, but it's true of material things as well. When it has reached the end of its life cycle, then, and nobody else can use it, then the way to create the benefit is to throw it out, dump it. Why? Because then it is the official end. And when it's the end of that thing being able to be used, the energy or the spark will be elevated and revealed. And then we benefit from that, because any light that we are responsible for revealing, we benefit from, and the people in our life benefit from. Everybody benefits. The world benefits. There's that much more light in the world as a result. Remember, the month of Virgo is all about cleansing. It's all about getting released. It's all about, not being a slave, not to the people, not to the places, and not to things. Be blessed, guys, and I'll see you very soon on the next video. All the best.